The population of India is 1.5 billion, that is more than the entirety of white people combined present on the earth. Isn't that scary? Well, the worst part is it is still growing, and this will continue until it's 1.7 billion Indians or something. As expected by the UN. Well, they keep on breeding and populating their country, but at some point they will have to either stop, or export their people to countries with less population because it cannot fit all those people in India as the resources like land are limited. Well, they chose the second option. India is exporting 2.5 million Indians every year, but that is just a fraction of their population. That is alone more than many countries' population. Their plan is simple. Export more and more people out of India anyhow, be it illegal immigration or by fake degrees. By this way they will be able to take control of many countries once they are the majority, and this is exactly what they are doing. When you see these videos that Indians have done mass immigration into places like Canada and Australia, you will realize that how they are changing the culture of these countries once they become the majority. And it's not just Canada. Canada is the most affected, and the future of many Western countries that have Indian population. They breed like rats and can quickly outnumber white people in their own country. This is why you will see their leaders shaking hands and increasing their friendly relationship with leaders of Western countries, because they are well aware of what they are doing. Their goal is to export Indians to every part of the globe. And maybe we know who is behind all of this. Yes, of course. The ones who have always been very interested to promote diversity in the West. They are using Indians and African as bioweapons to wipe out the white race. It's all part of the Kalergi plan, and it's been working out well.
Every single white person needs to know about India's demographic strategy of imperialism. If you are white, this is affecting you in real time. India is intentionally using mass migration to invade the West, and you need to understand that their population is absolutely enormous, around 1.48 billion people. It is so huge that they don't need to send over a massive chunk of their population to completely change the demographics of Western countries. They only need to export a relatively small percentage, and whites become a powerless minority in their own nations. Dr. Ricardo Duchesne broke down the numbers. For example, Indians to become the majority in the United Kingdom, it would just take 35 million immigrants, only 2.4% of India's population. Germany needs 42 million, or 2.8%. France needs 34 million, or 2.3%. Canada needs 21 million, or 1.4%. Australia needs 14 million, or 0.9%. This is India's demographic strategy of imperialism. They're using sheer numbers to reshape and control the West without firing a single shot. Look at what's already happening in Canada, here, where I live. Over the past 20 years, immigration from India has far exceeded immigration from all other countries on planet Earth combined. The result is Canada's founding stock, the white population, has shrunk dramatically. In 1971, 96% of Canada's population was white. Today, it is bordering on 50% and dropping fast. It is so bad that 42.3% of all annual births in Canada are now to foreign-born mothers. And people say, oh, they can assimilate. I'm sorry to say this, but assimilation is a complete lie. Immigrants used to come in and actually try to fit in. They'd change their first and last names, learn the language properly, and leave their foreign religions behind so they could become part of our society. And now, they barely speak English. They dominate our public spaces with their religious symbols and practices. And if you say one word about it, you are immediately called a racist. And the most terrifying and saddening part about this is that there is no need for them to assimilate. Since as soon as they land, they move right in to their neighborhoods and municipalities that are not only replaced, but where they have complete governmental, institutional, and political control over. This is how nations are changed quietly and permanently. A small percentage of a massive population is all it takes.
Indians themselves oppress minorities in their own country and cry about racism in the West. Their plan is to oppress Christians in India and spread their own culture in the West. They play right-wing in India and left-wing in Western countries to benefit themselves. White people still exist in the world because immigration was not that easy before as it is today, and interracial breeding was also uncommon. Otherwise, the Western world would have been brown today. But if they keep on immigrating into the West, this could possibly be the future. And they would not assimilate after they are majority. Remember that they are not any better. They are just playing it safe right now. It is just that Muslims commit more crimes than these Indians, so Indians are often overshadowed. But that doesn't mean they don't commit such crimes. They are not the good guys. Deport them all.